What is up, guys, and welcome back. It is time for another 7 days of Minecraft, and we have some fabulous and iconic builds to bring to you this next 7 days. As it is still November, I am going to be sticking with the fall theme, and this particular area all out here is what we're going to be working with. And over here by my coffee, I've actually got a list going of all the things I want to build over the next 7 days, and I'm starting a to-do list for each day, and that way I hopefully get everything finished in a timely manner. So today we are starting with terrain. Like I said before, I have a habit of waiting till the last minute to do terrain, and so my terrain is always messed up, and there's never enough room. So I'm trying to expand this out enough to where I'm going to have enough room for everything I have planned. No retaining walls in. This is the current situation we are working with. Okay, and here we go. Terrain is shaped and done. I've done the pathways for the most part. There's no lighting on them or anything or decoration, but they're there. And then I've plotted out where each of the builds for this week are gonna go. Pumpkins are not yet planted, but do we love it? Do we hate it? I don't know. I never know until I'm done with the build whether I love it or hate it. Okay, so taking a look at all of this, I think I'm about done. I just finished this cute little herb garden situation, and all the candles on these non-lit pumpkins, I'm gonna light them later for some low light. I'm just not doing it right now. But yeah, so there's our cute little herb garden next to what's going to be our apothecary. And then we have our pumpkin houses laid out like that. And then over here, I have this thing. And Waddles had put out this hilarious meme on Thread. It's this one here, and it's like, why is my creaking not spawning? I'm on Xbox. And so I replied to it, and I was just like, dude, I love these makeshift trees. They're hilarious. And it's gotten over 1,000 views, so I'm like, okay, now I apparently need to make my own makeshift tree until the Pale Garden shows up. So that's the plan for the circle. Aside from that, that covers everything, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more progress. Welcome back, everybody. It is time for day 2 of our 7 days of Minecraft for this November. I'm having some technical difficulties getting everything set up here. So let me really quickly take us over to the list while I figure this out. Alright, so for day 2, obviously we've got all this stuff to do. For day 2, we're doing fields part 2. There's some stuff I'd like to add to them. The pumpkin houses, we're going to work on those walls a little bit more, and then I want to add some wheelbarrows around. So hopefully, I do not have to do this again. Alright, let's clean out this inventory. I don't know why Snapchat is messing with my vibe here, so here we go. Potted bamboo and potted oak trees are supposed to be like baby gourds. This is the basic look we've got going on right now. I'm fairly happy with it, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat it in these other 2 sections here. I feel like with all of these pumpkins and everything in here, like finally growing in, and now the new texture in the garden area, I feel like things are kind of pulling together a little more. That back area, I have no idea what to do with, but the last touch I'm going to do is I'm going to add some white flowers in here. Give this place some weeds. I'm in love. This makes me so happy to look at. To start all my pumpkin houses, I'm going to do a mailbox and steps to get in. Back at orange.io, I'm going to figure out how to do spheres. So I made the big house, but I'm thinking for my other 2 houses, the one that's going to be back there behind this one, and then the one that's going to be right here, I'm just going to do a smaller version, because that was a lot, and I haven't touched the interior yet. Okay, so we have our mini guy, we got our big guy, one more mini guy up there, and then we're done. Okay, so it is wall building time. I don't know about you guys, but I need a rubric for this stuff, so I came up with different rules for each block. For mossy stone brick, I have to dig down 2 and then build up. For tough, I did just dig down 1. For the tough bricks, mossy cobblestone, I just placed along the top and bottom where there was dirt. And the walls are being randomly placed on large flat surfaces and along stretches along the top between 2 full blocks. Last thing I need to do are windows on that third house. Ladies and gentlemen, with the advent of Snapchat finally fixing its problem and the orientation of the video finally being correct, it is time. And welcome back, everybody. So glad you can join me again tonight. Don't mind my dinner over here. So for today, wheelbarrows, because I didn't do them yesterday, house interiors, and the tree trunk. We got plenty of building out for us today. And we have our first couple of wheelbarrows in place. I can't remember whose design this is. I either got it off Pinterest or I got it from Flip, but one of the two. And now it is interior time. Upstairs of the big house. This is what we've got going on. I actually really like this interior. It's super cozy. This is the downstairs. It's a lot more crammed, but it works. Now this space is even smaller. So I have no idea how I'm going to pull this space off, but we'll do something. I put armor trim on a turtle scoot helmet. This is our second interior here. I need pink potion bottles. Somehow this cutesy little pink house has wound up being the creepiest house, and I don't know why. Interiors are finished, so it is time to work on that tree. So, trunk part 1. I mean, right now, honestly, it looked like he put his hands up in the air sometime. Okay, so we have this. I'm gonna add some branches with some tuff. And then after that, I think we're just about ready to call it quits. It is only day 4, and I'm tired, so we know what time it is. Today, we work on finishing up the tree and plan space for the creaking blocks, which I already did, and then I need to build up the apothecary frame today. The key word here is I think, but I think this works. Ooh. In Minecraft Live, they talked about the pale oak being kind of inspired by a willow tree, and I think we are capturing that in this design. I'm still on this first half of the tree, but I think we are looking properly insane. Like, this is what we were going for. I'm basically just putting wool on top of all of these walls and then on the sides as well, but not on the bottom. I want to make sure the bottom of the branch is exposed. So now it just looks really thick, and this is where we add the drooping stuff. Once we put the droops in, we have something that looks a little bit more like a willow branch. Now we gotta do that just a bazillion more times and add so many more branches. What if I built like a cool little tree house up here, dug some of this out? I don't know. Dude, check out my super cool root. We are on the last couple of branches. I am finally done. I am so glad. The only other thing we have to do today is outline this apothecary building. To be honest, I've never thought about outlining a build before, but this is something that Gemini Tay talked about on Hermitcraft this season. Honestly, it may have actually been last season that she talked about it. But basically, it gave way to the idea that the outline of a structure can kind of help you get a vision for what you're creating within a certain space. Since I'm splitting this build up over a couple days, and especially since I can struggle with maintaining vision on occasion, I decided this was probably the best way to go about this, just to do the outline. So, this is the Gemini Tay building outline. And other than that, I think we're done. Welcome back again, everyone. Thank you all for bearing with me yesterday, and as I was not filming, it was hugely appreciated. Today we are filling in this roof. Filling in the whole apothecary, to be honest with you. We are going to put in all of our walls and our doors and our format on the inside here, as well as planting a sugarcane field out here, and then I'm supposed to put a bakery somewhere. I don't remember why I wanted to do that, but I did, so somewhere I need to put a bakery. I said I was going to fill it in. I started detailing. I'm going to borrow this lamp post really fast. It's there. It's kind of there. From the inside, this is it mostly filled in. I am really resisting the urge to just detail. Tonight is going to be short, so sugarcane, and then we're done. I'm going to do this here. Too far away. That there. Just gonna... How do we feel about the bakery, guys? Do we want one? Do we just say, Because we're going to have a sugarcane farm. I can make a chicken farmer situation. But those two things would have to be down here in front of everything we just built in addition to it. And then I would have to put the bakery together, which would be another build somewhere. And I have no idea where I'd put that one. So do we want that? Do we not want that? Are we good? We are back in business. And it is supposed to be day 7, but because I took a day off, it is day 6 of our 7 days of Minecraft. And it's detail day, baby. We are going to be heading back into our little apothecary here and finishing out the interior and the little backyard areas that I have in there that you guys probably don't realize we have. Backyard 1. There's a little bit of a roof on it, but backyard 1. Backyard number 2 is up here behind these giant roots. So we're going to be popping in there and detailing this area up here too, but mostly inside. Which I did start doing a little bit just so I could outline a couple ideas that I had and start getting an idea for the layout in here. I do also need to detail all the windows and put the window panes in. Oh, I did not think I was that close. Put the window panes in on the front. I'm finding that stairs are a very imperative part of detailing any build. I need so many answers. Why? When did that enter the game? Starting on the backyard area, but I'm going to show you guys what we have for this interior in here. I'm very proud of this one. I like it a lot. What do we think so far? I do still want to add banners over the windows, but I'm also considering placing the banners in here since I don't have as much going on inside on this first floor. This one's definitely the hardest to detail. In this side room, I've got a couple of sniffers, and I need to finish out this area over here, but this is kind of where they're hanging out. They're chilling. They got an extra window over there. They're fine. This is another little alleyway space that leads out to the front that doesn't have a ton of detail. But if I open this, this is one of our little backyard areas I showed earlier. Honestly, after detailing the front of this thing, this is easily one of my favorite builds that I've ever done. Especially that window. I really like the window for some reason. From a slightly higher vantage point, this is the little backyard area we've got going on, and that little roof is above our nether wart farm. I've not decided on a door here. I may just put a spruce door in there. I may leave it open. I haven't really thought that part through. And then we are back to the very detailed upstairs. There's still probably some stuff I could do up here, and I haven't done the windows on the outside yet, but I'll get to the windows on these two sides. But I'll get to those, and I'll post pictures later, I guess. But that is all I'm going to do today. I quit. Those details were a lot. We're just gonna skip the treehouse. Welcome back to day 7, everybody. Let me just timestamp it for you so you know that I'm actually doing this the next day. We are loading up the creative world again. We're going to finish these 7 days of Minecraft. I've got paths to our forest we're going to build in December, so stay tuned for that the first week of December, and finishing up the path to the little sugarcane patch that we made. Aside from paths, I'm going to put some last minute details like these little weed patches in here, and lighting all of the jack-o'-lantern candles, adding the pickles to the ones that are actual jack-o'-lanterns and not just carved pumpkins. So there's stuff. This is going to be a lot of breaking and placing dirt. See, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I need walls along that path because it cuts up into the mountain. We will see. Also, I need to finish cutting these trees down. They're kind of just floating right now. I'm trying really hard to not start terraforming this area. Depending on what I want to do down here, this path will get shaped differently, but it cuts over here and connects up right here. So we now have our path that goes under those trees to over here. We have pretty much finished up this pumpkin town and our little apothecary there. Only thing to add are those pale oak trees, but I gotta wait for them to drop, so you guys will see me adding a lot of random extra stuff. I may do a video on that, but this is it. This is the final shindig.